relationship ideally supposed to even be?
You're looking for people who look at life the same way as you look at it. If you further evolve, your life energies become most dominant. Now if you look at anything, it looks like it's all a part of you because it's the same life.
When I was in my early teenage years, or maybe in my college years, this whole thing about love and relationships was the most important thing in our lives, which hasn't changed over time. It still is the most important thing in our lives, and I'm speaking on behalf of everybody. But the meaning
You say my life, why are you saying our life?
Okay, sir, my life. Okay, my life. So, the meaning of this over the years has changed drastically. Earlier, it was about trying to be with that person and doing whatever it took, fighting this, that, but still wanting to stick into that. Now, after having grown up and after having witnessed whatever little life that I have, after having witnessed my experience over the years, the meaning of love and the meaning of relationships has taken a whole new meaning and a whole new dimension, and it's totally changed for me. Now it's more about understanding one another, helping each other grow, and trying to work towards a common thing together. It's more about the companionship vis-a-vis the desperation to cling, like how it was back in the day. So it's quite confusing because I don't quite understand. I don't think I even understand what the meaning of relationships is. How is a relationship ideally supposed to even be?
When you say you're human, you have four fundamental things. You have a body, you have an intellect, thought, you have emotion, and there is a life energy which makes all this happen. அந்த 14-15 வயசுலேருந்து ஒரு 20 வயசுக்கு வரவருக்கு உடலே ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்குது. நல்லாவே இருப்பாங்க 12 வயசுல. 13-14 ஆனோட எது பார்த்தாலும் ஏதோ வித்தியாசமா தெரியுது. எதுக்கன்னா chemically poisoned. Your intelligence hijacked by your hormones.
Correct.
Suddenly everything looks different. You can't simply look at people for what they are.
Yeah. Isn't that an age thing?
No, it's chemically poisoned state. It's not a moral statement I'm making, I'm saying this is a reality.
Right, of course.
All right? So as you age and reach old age like you…
Thank you, Sadhguru. For disclosing in public, Sadhguru. Can you clarify and tell them that's not true?
No, it's not true.
Yeah, guys.
So, the poisoning recedes, it's not gone, it recedes. As it recedes, man becomes more important, what you think becomes more important. Now that's what you're saying, you're looking for companionship, you're looking for people who agree with you, you're looking for people who look at life the same way as you look at it. This will pass. After some time you will see, two people can think totally differently and still be together, because then the emotions will dominate, what you feel for the other person. By the time people who are married, they will see this. By the time they're 40, 45, they don't care what the other person thinks, but they want to be with them. By the time they're 40, 45, husband and wife will be thinking totally differently, but still they're okay. But when they're 30, they strive to make the other person think just the way I think.
Yeah.
So emotions became dominant. First body was dominant, then your thought and thinking and what you believe, and these things became dominant. Then now all those things are insignificant, just your emotions, what you feel becomes dominant. If you further evolve, most people don't further evolve. If you further evolve, your life energies become most dominant. If I right now you're sitting here, if I just look at you as a life, you're free, I'm free, isn't it? If I look at you emotionally, both of us may be sometimes sweetly tangled up, sometimes it'll get nasty, believe me. Doesn't matter who you are, it happens.
Absolutely.
If I look at you as a bunch of thoughts and ideas and opinions, then I think my thought is better than yours.
Clash.
If I look at you as a body, again a different kind of entanglement. The question is just this, if you just sit here right now, beyond all these things, if you just look at what this life really wants, you will see the only thing, don't believe me, you must experience this. Lot of young people will think, oh, that's not what I want, all this. But if they spend enough time, the only thing that this life wants is, it wants to be free. Free from everything. When I say free from everything, now it's not about me being free from you, but being free from my own body. Because if I am attached to this body, I will also get attached to somebody. If I get attached to my thought process, I will also resist your thought process.
Yep.
If I get attached to my emotions, you will see somebody's emotions will clash with me. But if I am identified with my fundamental life process, the life, there is no such thing as your life and my life. There is something called your body and my body, distinctly separate. There is something called as your mind and my mind, distinctly separate. Your emotion, my emotion, distinctly separate. But there is no such thing as your life and my life. It's just the same life. This is a living cosmos. You have captured a little bit. I captured a little more.
Yes. A lot more.
So my work is just to help people to capture more life, so that that becomes the dominant force in your life. Not your body, not your mind, not your emotions, but the life. If you capture a lot of life, that will be the most dominant. It's like when you were in school, did you blow soap bubbles?
Yes.
How big a bubble did you get? Don't tell me this is not cinema, really tell me. From this to this nice, realistic.
Yes.
Well, we all got this big bubbles. Anyway, we'll not get into that competition. So you blow your bubble. When your bubble is floating, this is my bubble, this is your bubble. Very clear, isn't it?
Yes.
But let's say both the bubbles burst, but there is no my air and your air.
No.
Similarly, there's my body and your body, there's my mind and your mind, there's my emotion and your emotion, but there's no such thing as my life and your life. So, the entire work is to enhance the force of life within you in such a way that you will naturally get identified with the life that you are, rather than the body that you have gathered and the mind that you have gathered and the emotions that you have manufactured. You identify with the life that you are, your experience of life becomes stronger and bigger, way bigger than your body, mind or emotion. When that happens, now if you look at anything, it looks like it's all a part of you because it's the same life,
Yes.
but not the same body, distinctly separate, isn't it?
Yes. So how is one supposed to… A, how much time does it take? B, how is one supposed to constantly remember this?
You don't have to remember this. You are it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're alive or no?
Yes.
Check out.
Yes,
That you're only checking whether you're body or not.
Yes.
That you're checking the breath.
Yes, now I know.
So, if this life is sufficiently enhanced, there's no need to remember, that's how it is. So when you were 17, 18, the most enhanced aspect of you was body. There were new dimensions to it suddenly.
Of course.
What was not there as a child, there were new dimensions. When you were a child, your body was not very important. The moment you became an adolescent, it became important because these are all the tricks of nature to make sure you reproduce. Somebody has to succumb to it, otherwise you and me wouldn't be sitting here.
Very true.
So, when body is dominant, people function one way. When mind becomes dominant, they'll operate another way. When emotions become dominant, they operate in a different way. But if life energies become dominant force, then you're in a state of yoga.
You're sorted.
Completely.
Thank you, Sadhguru.